Well, from a schedule point of view, it's been really, really good. After beating Lyon La Duchère in the French Cup 9th round, we then beat Tours in the French Cup 10th round 2-0. We then drew Nice 3-all. They came back and scraped the draw. It was really kind of annoying. Martin Hjulmand, an 87th minute goal. The team did not do the best. Bachmann had a 6-4, Haskell had a 6-5, Wiegand had a 6-5. Kind of offset by the fact that Police and Guillet both had good games. We seem to be a team of two extremes. Some really good players, some really good performances, some really bad performances, not a lot of in between. Of course, I'm utterly biased in that opinion. We then beat Angers 2-0. Basic a goal, Police 3 a goal, and then when we beat Toulouse 2-0, Demir a goal and Police 3 a second goal. He is really starting to come on. If we take a look at him here, 5 appearances, 6 off the bench, 4 goals, 1 assist. Promised him more playing time, and he is definitely living up to that expectation. Transfer window-wise, it has been very, very frustrating. All the players I had identified before the transfer window started, when I didn't have a lot of money, I went after them, and their salary demands were just way, way out of bounds. I mean, we're talking 5-6 million euros a year, and my max at the time was maybe 3.5, and I could wiggle it up to 4. But then Yangel Herrera went to Wolves for 34.5 million. It's the highest fee ever recorded at Saint Etienne. Adam Magola went to Frankfurt for 8.75 million. Miguel Bazin went to Krasnodar for 7.75 million. Hikem Badui went to Everton for 7.75 million. That gives us 34 million in the transfer budget, 43 million in payroll, which gives us a 12 million euro buffer, which means 2 or 3 players, potentially. There's still 2 days left in the transfer window. And I know I said we'd play Reims and PSG. I wasn't expecting us to play Monaco in the 11th round of the French Cup. So what we're going to do today is play Monaco and Reims, and then probably come back for Lyon Lens, and then end of the season at Bastia. Which is kind of fitting, because I played Bastia 4 years ago. It was a really fun save. So Gervais and Kubi is out with the flu, so Bachmann's going to start in goal. I toyed with the idea of starting Cheze or Rivere, but I think for the time being, it's going to be between Rivere and Cheze going forward, I think. Bachmann should leave in the offseason. Kubi, he just hasn't gotten any better. He just hasn't. If I look at his numbers before and I look at his numbers now, he has just not gotten any better. It's really kind of frustrating. Tuanzebe is still wanted. Haskell is still wanted. Sanchez is still wanted. It's entirely possible they could all leave. Tuanzebe, he just popped up. Benfica and West Ham both decided, hey, we really like him. We want him to be a part of our squad. And I'm sitting there going, really don't have a replacement for him, because I was kind of expecting to hold on to him. So the other thing that happened is a couple of players that were expecting to go out on loan, I've put them out there and no teams have come for them. So I'm waiting for the inevitable, you said you'd loan me out and you didn't, and me going, look, I can't loan you out if there's no one willing to bring you in, and they're going to say, well, that's your fault. And I'm going to be all, seriously? Really? 13 minutes in, first highlight, Golovin on the corner kick. Is it in? Knocked away, but Edwards is going to run down the loose ball. Oh, avoids the Sanchez tackle. Off the post, Datro's there, and he puts it away. That was lucky. Edwards driving forward. Baseline again, holds it up. Memisevic knocks away. Haskell out to Aguadello. Demir, he's really starting to come on. Polistri. He's Basic. Basic puts it far post for his 3rd goal of the season. He's really improved the last few games as well. I realize all of what I'm saying, probably better than half. Well, okay, let's say more than 75%, but less than 100% is all confirmation bias about how well a player is or isn't playing. Soto looks like he's going to beat the entire team all on his own until he gets fouled by Wiegand in the box for a penalty kick. For some reason, the game looks like it's stuttering on OBS, and I don't know why. Because I haven't touched a freaking thing. Golovin sends it in. Knocked away. He's fouled again. Seriously. Edwards. Bachman goes left. Edward goes to his left. Ta on the throw-in. Carlos back to Ta. Arsenis to Edwards. Lovin. Oh, Bachman comes out, beats Datro to the ball. Bachman's been serviceable, but he's not a long-term solution. I really was hoping Akube could be the solution after I lost Owusu, but it just... Oh, what a shot by Memisevic. I was not expecting that to go in. Anyhow, as I was saying, Akube has just not improved. Even with all the starts, all the training, everything like that, he's gone up maybe 5 points across the board. But for a 22-year-old keeper with a ton of potential, it's just not good. There must be something going on behind the scenes in terms of like his professionalism or his... There's no training rating, but he's not improving. Wow, 66 minutes in, no highlights the second half. That went by really quick. We're going to get Weekend off and bring on Mendez. We're going to get Demir off and bring on Nas. We're going to leave Gueye on. Bachman's on a 6-3 for crying out loud. Go attacking the last 15 minutes of the game. See if we can't get an equalizer. Carlos from distance. Knocked away. Bawadu's going to run it down. Circles the defense. Gets it to Desai. To Sisi. Diallo. Back to Enrique. Enrique breaks left. Crosses it in. Haskudunic knocks it away. Datro heads it down for Fafana. Heats it over to Barak. Bawadu's there. Nuts. Way. Memisevic is dispossessed. Bawadu. Datro. Carlos. Sanchez steals the ball. Haskudunic. Basic. Nas. What the hell? That wasn't a bad pass by Nas. It just, there was no one in a green uniform near there. Jiminy. We are out of the French Cup. The 2 penalty kicks absolutely killed us. Nuts, the field disappeared. Save the game. You see, Friendrup was listed. And I made an offer for him. And I couldn't meet his salary demands. So one of the things I did on the skin was I increased the font size a little bit and made it bold. So stuff like this kind of flashes out of range. Because the box is a little bit on the small side. So again, this is just all ScreenFlow stuff. See, 120 Copa Libertadores going on. Matisse Santa Cruz, who I believe we just looked at. Has the most goals, most shots. Better goals prevented. Santiago Alvarez. Oh, wish there was a little bit more info. You know, and for some reason, I think it's the skin. These always change. But, you know, sometimes stuff falls up. Tackles Prayman, Gustavo Fuentes. He's a midfielder who looks like he has some interesting skill set. It looks like he has the potential. So, you know, we'll take a look at him. 16 years old. You know, and they're all playing in the same area, I believe. So, South American scouts are going to get some frequent flyer miles in. I forgot to change my training, and we got the transfer window coming up, so it could be a little bit, but we will be back with the game at Reims in just a bit. Yeah, that's not a typo. The last week of the transfer window was really freaking busy. Tuanzebe left, and Sanchez left. Tottenham said, we have a pile of cash sitting around. Who can we go get? And as a result, we got 117 million out. On the ins, the last day was really busy, although I started going after a lot of these guys about the same time I lost Beza and Magallo. Camilo Domenic comes to us from Boca. He is a midfielder, center mid. Yeah, he has a little bit of an injury issue, but if we go back and we look at his history, a lot of it's been like tight thighs. He broke an ankle. There's not a lot you can do about that. I'm not expecting him to break another ankle, sort of thing. I mean, yeah, it's possible, but I wouldn't expect it in the least. He's got good teamwork. He's fairly quick. He's got good endurance. He's very agile. Great passing, good technique, good anticipation, good first touch, good composure, good positioning, good tackling, good aggression. He can definitely play the halfback. He's kind of a jack of all trades, master of none at the moment. I mean, if you want to look at his progress this way, he's great where he needs to be. He's 2-star current, 4.5-star potential, and for 1.4 million, you can't really shake a stick at that. He's a good buy. He's very young. He's 18 years old. Boca, this just shows you how deep. Oh, he's 19 years old. I'm sorry. Just tells you how deep Boca is because they can put a guy like this out there for 1.4 million. Andre comes to us from Benfica, also a midfielder, defensive mid, very good across the board. Great leadership qualities, good quickness, good endurance, good agility, good ball control, good movement, good passing. He's very good on the defense. His positioning is nice. He's okay in the aerial game for 5'10", 163 pounds. I'm not going to complain. His shooting could use a little help, but as a defensive midfielder, I'm not too worried about that. He is a very quality pickup for 11.5 million euros, especially for a guy who loves big games. 4-star across the board there. 4-star across the board there. He is my Herrera replacement. And he comes in just behind Basic. He's also 4 years younger. So they say his best role is a Carolero. I'll still probably play him as a center mid. And then last but not least, Zeno van Huizen. Was from Atletico Madrid, 13.25 million going up to 16 million. Defensive center back, can also play defensive mid. They say he can also play advanced midfielder on the right and left, which I can kind of sort of see. He's got the agility for it, doesn't necessarily have the quickness for it, but again, a very strong leader, good strength, decent quickness, decent agility, okay ball control. Then 10 dribbling is average. I mean, on a scale of 1 to 20, 10 is average. He's got good bravery and heading, good positioning. He's a very good tackler. He's very good in the final third. I don't know. But it's probably why they say he could be an advanced midfielder. So he is definitely a very good pickup. Also, another guy who enjoys important matches. Yeah, he also has an injury history. If we go and we look at that, he had a bunch of major stuff in 2017, 2018, and 2020. Looks like he damaged his cruciate twice. But since then, slight moderate. I thought it was worth the risk. He comes in as not the Tuanzebe replacement because I was looking at him before Tuanzebe had left. I was looking at him as like the Nagalo replacement. So at the moment, budget-wise, I've got 20 mil in the, 21, and I've got 10 million in payroll, so I can adjust that as well. The one thing I do need to do is adjust my scouting budget a little bit. Just to be on the safe side. Because we're getting close to there. The other thing I am looking at, going to the coaches or going to the board and saying, hey, can we get more coaches? We're going to do a quick pick here real quick. I'm going to start Van Duzen. Chulufia. Remember what I was talking about earlier? Someone coming in mad, upset because no one took him out on loan? Yeah, that's Chulufia. I promised him I would try and find a loan for him. Ream says they wanted him. I put him out there even for nothing, and he didn't want him, and rather Reams didn't want him, and now he's all upset because I didn't go out on loan. It's like, look, in order for there to be a seller, there has to be a buyer, and there were no buyers out there, and that still wasn't good enough. I've got that thing going on again where I only have the one defensive left back because my other guy is unavailable, too many yellow cards. So, you know what? We're going to switch to the 3-4-1, do a quick pick, see what the coach says. Van Dusen. How's Kadunic there? Andre is good. Basic is good. Nas is the Enganch. Hitten's still injured. You know what? I'm okay with that. So that's where we're going to go. It's going to be Bachmann and goal. Junior, Hauskadunic, and Van Huizen. as the defensive back three. Tabidi. I'll get to that sooner or later, and then he'll go the next day. Basic, Andre, and Polistri as the midfield. Nas is the attacking midfielder behind Aguadelo and Gueye. Aguadelo can play a decent striker, I believe. There's a lot of action the very last day. The last day of the transfer window took about an hour and a half. You know, and I did a ton of scouting. I did a ton of looking. I tried going after Freshberg again, and they wanted more money this time around. It was like, you know what? I'm willing to pay $24 million for you, but I'm not willing to pay $8 million a year for you. Andre, Haskadunic, Viduka, back to Davidi, Dibi, Viduka back to Haskadunic, Basic, dispossessed, but goes right to Andre, Haskadunic, Van Hoysten, Haskadunic, Andre, back to Viduka, Dibi, Didi, jeez, Didi. Basic, dispossessed. Mabuku. Oh, Shependi went right by the defender. I'm wondering, maybe the game going on in the background should do something like this. Zanelli crosses it. Mabuku's there, hits the post. Moda's there, and Bachmann makes a nice save. Van Hoysten, Leastry. Basic. Good news is he got back on defense. The bad news is he lost the ball in the first place. Just outside the box. Mota. Bachmann got a hand on it, but he couldn't stop it from going in. Haskadunic on the throw. Gueye back to Haskadunic. Long pass. Polistri tries crossing it in. Guibert knocks it away. Back and forth. Beatty. Top of the box. Back out to Naduka. Beatty loses it. Mabuku. Up to Moda. Oh, Tabidi intercepts it. Andre. Long pass. Deflected by a Reims player. Basic to Nas. Up into space for Polistri. Knocked away. Friedrich. Crosses it. Takes a weak shot. Unsane has no problem stopping it. Doesn't even count as a shot on target. Oh, maybe it does. Haskadunic to Andre. Van Hoysen. Gueye. Nas. Out to Polistri. Haskadunic. Van Hoysten. Kadunic. Van Hoysten. The whole left side of the field, fellas. You're going to get dispossessed. Shependi. Mabuku. Loses the ball. Up into space. Friedrich recovers for Reims. Zamora. Friedrich. Classy. Shependi scores. He was offsides. Come on. Again, another free kick from just outside. What that player's doing running across. Jeez. Zamora on the throw-in to Friedrich. Matsusiwa. Haskadunic. And Whiteson. Haskadunic to Mugu. Basic. Out to Polistri. Back to Haskadunic. And Whiteson. Basic. All the way back to Bachmann. I got a cough, sorry. Kadibi. Back to Naduka. Mugu. Basic. Up in space. Aguadelo. And a very nice save by Unsane. Bachmann. Taps it to Haskadunic. Back to Naduka. Not a fan of that, but Tabidi. Nas up to Aguadelo. Aguadelo loses it. Aguadelo gets it back, but it goes right to Mabuku. Mabuku driving forward. Zanelli got by the... Holy frick. Bring on Mendez. And we're going to bring on Savic. on Chilufya. We're moving the ball really well. We're just not acting with it. You know, stuff like that. I don't know what the heck is going on with that. Just a pass to nowhere. No one in the green uniforms nearby. Nice, up to Guay. Oh, Guay scores. 15th of the season. Very nice. Duda. Friedrich. Brancancia. Some more to Friedrich. Bassi. Oh, bad pass to Beatty. Dispossessed. Basic gets it. Takes the shot, and he puts it away. His 4th goal of the season. Because I said something out loud, isn't it? That was my last sub. I don't know that I've used 5 subs in a match this season, other than a preseason game. The minutes just came on. Cannot make any more substitutions. That's the most injuries I've had in a game. Oh, you know, the FM gods just absolutely rogered me. You know they did. Oh, you know they did. Nas is out 6 to 7 weeks. Andre's out 3 to 4 weeks. Domenech injured? I didn't look at the injury. I just saw he was injured and I took him off. Pop up here. Nope. Well, switching to the 3-4-1-2 didn't help us. Domenech. Twisted ankle. Okay. We twisted it enough to miss the game. Miss the rest of the game. So we're going to have the youth intake coming up somewhere in here. We'll probably come back for Lil and Leon. Youth intake and whatever is around there. And then last game of the season is going to be against Bastia. So I like the moves we made. I'm kind of miffed we lost Juan Zebe and Sanchez. I could have stood to lose one, but not the other, because Sanchez was my other defensive left back. And they both really wanted to go. I don't know what Tottenham spent. Let's take a look at that real quick. Freaking 147 in, 130 out. Jeez. Étienne Green left. We didn't get anything for him. If we did, I missed it. And Brian Gill. Didn't we have Brian Gill? No, I'm thinking of another save. And Son with the PSG on a free. That's right. I remember seeing him when we played him earlier. Well, that Premier League money must be nice. But we made some really good moves, too. I think Andre is going to be a good pickup. I think Domenech is going to be a good pickup down the road. Van Huysen is a very good pickup. I think he is slightly better than Tuanzebe in the long run. Askadunic is wanted now. Mendez is wanted. Chilufya is leaving. Vigant's wanted. Samba needs more playing time, so we're going to move him up to the senior squad. And Daye is leaving on a free. That's right, he's joining Demir. He's on the senior squad too. Do I start playing Cheze? I don't want to play Comey yet. Nor do I want to play Jean-Luc or Ollie Jeffrey. 2 more years. When season 7 rolls around, those guys will be coming off the bench and or starting. So, man, not the best episode at all. We got thumped by Monaco in the French Cup. We got thumped by Reims. Transfer window, I'm calling it a net plus just because of the money we earned. The question is, do I want to spend it for next season? Because I know my minimum is going to be 7.22. So maybe we look and see who's available. Maybe in the keepers. Tarati, Caliph. Take a look at him. Edis Fida. A lot of really good African goalkeepers, apparently. Oh, I've already scouted him. Exciting for the future. If we compare, we'll compare him to Bachman. Bachman's got him beat, but not by much. They're equal aerially. We'll keep an eye on him. But at the same time, I also should probably look at getting Revea starts. and or Cheze. Maybe I don't. Maybe I start Cheze and Reve next year. Got potential. Those are his under 23s. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting couple of seasons. We're in season 4. I'm trying to qualify for European football, even if it's just 6th place. And it's going to be a dogfight. Monaco and PSG are tied. That's really interesting. Nice has fallen off. I liked our shape. I thought we did really well. It's just, holy cow. I'd be interested in your feedback on the transfer window. Maybe potential positions to look at for players I could sign or players whose contracts may be ending. Goalkeeper maybe, wing back on the left side for sure. Maybe attacking mid on the left and the right. I've got decent players there, but I could stand to have a very good player there. But I'd be interested in your feedback on that. If you did like what you've seen and heard, please leave a like. Subscribe to the channel for more content. Questions, criticisms, comments, leave those down below. I will answer those as fast as I can. My name is FM23. I thank you very much for watching.